Good day, everyone. This is another weekly health tip with Sylvie. I just am in the end completing a really lovely cleanse fast, and I would really love to share my experience with you. I've done similar ones before. I won't be able to give you all the details because there's a lot. So what I'll be doing is writing down the details in the description so that you have it down. So that way you don't have to keep listening to the video over and over again. And that way I don't have to cover every single little detail in the video, making it very long. So hopefully that will work for everyone. So this cleanse is multifaceted. It's over several days, and the idea is to cleanse out the intestines first, and then doing a water and a dry fast. Now, a dry fast isn't for everyone, so I recommend if you don't feel up for a dry fast that you just replace the dry day with another water day. That way it's more gentle on the system. What I experienced is a renewed energy, a lightness in my body, and the water, and especially the dry fast, really reduces any kind of extra fatty tissue that you might have. My diet changes here and there as I do experiments, and sometimes things work better and sometimes things don't work to my satisfaction. So my weight shifts and my fat deposits shift, and this was a wonderful reset. And the dry fast, what it does is it burns the fat to create water for you. So that's how you get your water. So you actually still end up going to the washroom and all that because you're actually creating water from the fat tissue in the dry part of the fast. And that's only, for me, I did 36 hours. You can do 24 hours. You can do 20 hours. Just depends on where your system is at and if you feel ready for it. And there's no shame in if you start a dry fast and you need to break it. That's fine. Just follow the protocol for breaking it slowly. So that's drinking about 1/2 a cup of water every half hour for about the first 3 to 4 hours, and then you can drink more, and then you can move on to herbal teas. So just good to be very, very gentle with your body. And when you've gone through breaking the dry fast with the water and then the herbal teas, depending on how much time has elapsed, you could add a fruit or a light vegetable like cucumber or celery or lettuce if you're finding that you're very hungry. So those are things to keep in mind. What I did is I started on my first day, I did apples all day, organic apples, as many as I wanted. It's important to eat as many as you want whenever you want. Then I went to grapefruits for the second day, organic, again, however many I wanted. I generally, the apples I eat 14 to 16 in a day, depending on the day, and the grapefruits I'll eat 10 to 14, depending on the size. Then after that, I switched to pure celery juice on its own, and alternating with lemon juice, water, and herbal teas. So that's just all liquids that day. And following that, then I just did water. Now, again, it's not exact, so I started with 1 glass of celery juice that on my water day, and I did allow myself some herbal teas because one can get a little bit cold, and any time in the process, as long as it isn't during the dry fast period or during the breaking the dry fast period, herbal teas they work for me. I find they're fine to add in. And to keep warm, I like to use ginger or a blend of ginger, turmeric, and fenugreek, or any one of those alone, or a green leafy herb tea like nettle or raspberry leaf or comfrey. I added a few other notes about that as well. So those are very good for helping you keeping you warm and nourished, and keeping your electrolytes up and your minerals. So that makes the fast easier, and you're still not adding carbohydrates or anything to any great degree, so that will still continue your fast. So working up to, so apples, grapefruits, liquids with celery juice, then essentially pure water and herbal teas. Then after that I did dry fast for 36 hours. After the dry fast, I'm breaking it now, today, so I'm just starting again with like, once I've decided to break the dry fast, I do half a cup of water for every half hour for about 3 to 4 hours. And then I'm going to allow myself to have more water, and then I'm going to allow myself to have some herbal tea. And then the next day, I'll be having, I've decided on apples and oranges just because I didn't have enough oranges and I couldn't get enough grapefruits. I prefer grapefruits overall for that part because they're less sweet than the oranges. You know, make do with what you've got, and that's fine. And then after that, the next day, I'll be doing salads. Now, I won't put any oils in my salads until about midday, and then I'll slowly start to add olive oil or coconut oil with salads, or just lightly steamed vegetables, lightly cooked vegetables. And then closer to the evening, then I will add those oils, and then you can stir fry lightly in coconut oil or whatever seems to make sense to you. And you can add herbs and spices at this point as well. So after that day, then I'll start to add meat, maybe a little dairy if I'm feeling up to it. Maybe I want to break from dairy. This is just a really great reset, so that any foods that you might want to take out of your diet, it's easier to remove them, and any foods you might want to add in as well as a new, like more vegetables or more meat or whatever it is you decide to do, you can shift in that direction. I think that's about it. Oh, the one other thing that's really important is psyllium. So during the apple, grapefruit, and liquid day, and even during the first water day, it's great to have some psyllium with water. Like I do about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of psyllium in about 1.5 to 2 cups of water, and I sprinkle in a little bit of cayenne pepper and drink that down fast because it starts to kind of congeal and get thick, and make sure that I'm staying hydrated as well. So during the apple and grapefruit fasting, I just want to mention that I do allow water and herbal teas then as well. So if you're thirsty, drink. If you're doing psyllium, definitely drink, because you want to push it through. You don't want it to create a plug. That just is a lovely intestinal broom. And before the water and the dry fast, I feel it's really important to make sure that your system is clean. You don't want to be doing a water fast or a dry fast with like intestines encrusted with goo or stickiness or any of that. It helps clear everything out. It makes the fast much more effective, and it also helps to prevent Herxheimer reactions or cleansing reactions. So when you're doing a cleanse, if you're very toxic, you could experience nausea, you could experience the runs, you could experience flu-like symptoms, and that's just all your body stirring up the toxins and trying to get rid of them. So if you find you're experiencing too much of that, especially during the water part or during the dry part, I suggest you ease out of it more quickly, and that you start eating at least some fruits and some light vegetables that are not starchy. Just, you can make it shorter rather than longer if the symptoms are feeling too much, and then just work into it slowly. So if you would like more advice on that, you can contact me, or you can talk to any of your practitioners that you normally use to get advice on how a cleanse or a fast would be good for you, and how to modify it so that it suits your specific needs, because everyone is very different. So it's very important to go into this safely, to plan it carefully, and to make sure that everything is good. Again, I am not a medical doctor or anything like that, so it's not exact medical advice that I'm giving. I'm telling you what I do, what works for me, and what has helped a lot of other people I know. So saying that, I think that's good. You can get further details in the description below, and until next week. Thanks, bye.